Good evening, good afternoon, just Marto and me tonight. And of course, the thousands of viewers that we have at home. And probably a few more because Marto is not here.
No, he's not. Well, I mean, you put in a poor performance, the coach sent you to the bench, mate. So he did nothing on Saturday, he did nothing on Wednesday, so we've sent him to the bench. No, the poor bugger, he's got administration meetings at the school. There's a turnover of faculty there that he has to meet.
You reckon he's been a
Also,
naughty boy at school as well?
well, I was going to say, so he tells us, maybe he has to see the principal.
I suspect so. Anyway, yes, you're right. It wasn't great last weekend, but we
No,
got 2 out of 3 and toned through in a fourth. But
yeah.
fourth doesn't pay,
Mm.
so we're back up.
Tone will tell you it does because you can take extra places, but no, we're not claiming that one.
Absolutely not. Now, this week, interesting because I think it's South Australia has got like
Yeah, you'd
rain.
be getting excited this week.
Well, I've had a good look. I mean, I do like some things, but I don't think it's as clear cut as possible. But we'll go
No,
through it. You've had a
his
sing of it, haven't you?
well, I've had a peek, but historically, I've never really liked the first week of the Adelaide Carnival anyway. I think things get warmed up into the second week, that Derby Day and Adelaide Cup Day. But yeah, this week it's Robert Sangster, but yeah, well, I don't know if I like much in that field, but we'll get to that later.
J Mac has headed across to the City of Churches, so it'll be
Oh,
interesting. So
I'm going to tell you something about him too. Yes.
well, I look forward to it. Now, what we'll do is we will get Tone's 3 out of the way. What do you reckon? We're doing one, two, three. I'll just announce Tone's nice and early because he's not with us.
Yeah. What's his Kickstarter?
Tone's Kickstarter is at Randwick, race to number 7, Night Agent. Now, Tone
Mm,
can tell us why he likes it, but I reckon maybe because he thinks he's a bit of a night agent
a
himself.
night agent. Yeah. Secret agent, man.
Race
Well, he's got Gibbo on. He's got a couple of wins next to his name.
number 7.
I guess the race does suit up, but I think it's really open. $6 is probably the right price. Good luck, Tone.
Is it a highway?
No, no, no highways this week, mate.
Oh, no, he's hit the low way. And now Tone's best
Hmm.
bet, Flemington Race 7, number 13, Bring Forth.
Oh dear. That's his best.
Yeah, that's his best. What do you reckon?
Oh, I reckon there's a couple of hot pops in this race.
He needs to
What
take
was I
on
looking at? Look, Zakuma is pretty hot, but probably needs a scratching to get in or two. It's probably the one to beat if it does get in. Um, it's not a bad selection, but yeah, I'm playing each way on Plymouth in this race, to be honest. Luke Cartwright claiming two, Barry 11. It's going to be in the right spot because it goes back just back of midfield.
I
Nice
think,
second in the Albury Cup. Forgive the last run, but yeah, good luck to you, Tone. Um,
I think he's found a really hard race to bet into
yeah,
too.
it is, and that's why I went for value. To be honest, I'm not disrespecting Tone's choice. I just think it is open, and I'd go for value myself.
He may get a scratching because I saw that Sun Gift is a dual nominator.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't be surprised. And then Zakuma probably does come in. I like Bo Mertens. I reckon he's got a good book of rides on at Flemington.
sure.
So
Yeah,
why
the
not?
other jockeys have gone north or south, haven't they?
Yeah, they have indeed. So that leaves. I mean, Bo goes that right.
Yep.
And his big rank outsider,
The glory days.
the Glory Days bet. He's gone for a leader. So race 4 at Morfordville, number 4, Mystic Wonder. He's found another really tough race.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, race 4, number 4. What is it? It's a Group 2. Is it Group 2? I think Group
Is it
2.
sure it's 4-4 because 4-4 is silly cap.
Hang on. Well, that's what he had. Oh no, it's 4. Is it 414? Hang on.
I
Yeah,
haven't gone down that. Yeah,
414.
14.
Sorry.
You're right.
Yeah,
Sure.
Mystic Wonder. It does like to go forward. It's a big step up in class here, but
Well, it is, but it's not a overly strong field either. Just skimming through myself.
look,
Yeah, he's got Stubby Holder on. Jason
on
Holder.
display can win this, and so blinded by the light. They're probably the two in the market. Silly Cap. was good last start when I tipped it as a glory days.
True.
Look, take those three out. I guess he's 30 to 1 or whatever it is at the moment. Probably comes in, and it is going to be
Mm.
front. So jumping forward, I guess it's catch us if you can type scenario. So good luck,
Well,
Tony.
yeah, if that track does play up and in, then you're going to be right there, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So good luck,
Long
Tony.
straight at Morphettville, but yes, good luck, Tone.
We've given you your best, your three glorious tips. Hopefully you snag one. Hopefully you snag two. And I reckon the weather will change if you snag all three. Um, Now, let's focus on the real stuff, Marno, the stuff that the professionals know about. That's you and me. All right.
Right.
So,
Well, we pretend to, mate. Fake it till you make it, I reckon, right?
well, I'll tell you what, we're faking it very well.
Yeah. All right. While we're on fire, I've struck while the iron's hot. I'm going to go the first race at Flemington, mate. Bluestone. I'm going to take on Karaka. I do think it's a race in two between those two,
Yeah.
but I've taken Bluestone because a professional place getter bursting for a win. But I just think that Luke Cartwright 2 kilo claim is that's 1.5 difference at the post after 2,500, which they're both screaming out for, I think might just make the difference. So I'm going to back Bluestone in to win the first of the day at Flemington.
Karaka's going to be more forward though, isn't it? So Bluestone will
Yes,
probably
Bluestone will
try
be
that as
running
well.
on.
Yeah.
We've got the rail true at Flemington, and it's a nice dry day, so I do think they will be making ground,
Yeah, I don't.
especially over the long trips.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. With the distance races, I think Flemington is not going to be the sort of track that you're going to have excuses. So good
No, no.
luck.
It ran a
I'd
nice
put
second last start at a very ordinary Caulfield track. So yeah, take that onto a very, very pleasantly more cushioned track at Flemington. Yeah, out to the 2,500. You got a couple in there that are just jumpers. They're going around for fitness. Forget about them. They're at long odds anyway. I just think those are the two you're picking.
Yeah, look, I would agree. I mean, the import and good old Bluestone. So that's what I've got marked
Yeah,
down
well,
here as well.
it's a New Zealand expat, so we could call it an import as well.
Yeah, why not? Now, I'm going over to Morfordville in race one as well. So I was looking around a bit and I'm going for a
Yep.
horse that I had a little bit of a spruik on early on. Van Gogh Bank Check. Now, I know that
Oh,
they've
yes.
decided to take it over to South Australia. Look, this preparation, I know it's been trialling well. Admittedly, it's had two runs in.
Excuse me.
Um, yeah, what, third and fourth, I think. You could probably find
Mm.
excuses if you wanted to, but at the end of the day, haven't heard this expression for a while, haven't said it for a while. Foot on the till.
I agree. And we all know what Jamie
Foot-
Mellum does for the
That's it.
Adelaide Carnival.
That's it. So look,
She, yes.
I can I think it'll go forward from the. I mean, we'll go rearward from the barrier, so it's
Yes.
no issue. Jay Mellon for Lloyd Kennywell says the time is right. The price,
Mhm.
I reckon, is probably right as well. My biggest fear in this race is the ghosts that I have, because being a bit of an
Okay.
South Australian man, there's not many horses that I haven't backed in South Australia. And there's four of them in this race, along with
Oh dear.
golf. Hypernova, Shadow Eagle, um, Empire of Pain, and Sassy for sure. So there's my box five. But yeah, Van Gogh bank check really hoof on the till, ready to go. Um,
Yeah,
it's only had four starts, $2.50. The money's come for it hardcore as well. So
it
I hope
has. It
we're right.
has.
I hope we are right. Let's get the best. First of all, you're up and about, aren't you? Because of the Swannies. Surely you're up and about.
Mate, they've surprised me. I'm surprised at how well they are going. The return match with Hawthorn is coming up. I'm looking forward to that. That's about a month away. But yeah, the Swannies, mate, we are going quite well. We've never really played Marvel Stadium that well in the past.
Yep.
Um, but yes, tonight the doggies took it up to us in the first quarter, but good sides have to not just have that plan A, they have plan B, C, and D, and the Swans executed those plans. and executed them well. And
Yeah.
of course, won accordingly, 11 goals.
I didn't watch the game, and that's being brutally honest. How many goals
Right.
did Charlie kick?
Magnificent seven.
Oh, he
And
didn't.
Chad Warner stole his eighth right at the death. A minute ago, Charlie's out on his own. There's a beautiful pass in the arena in the middle,
Yeah.
probably 20 metres out from goal. Chad Warner comes screaming in from the 50 and takes it mark like out. And Charlie's there going, "What are you doing, mate?" He's even looked to handball it off, but by this time, Charlie's got three players on him, so Chad just went back and kicked the goal. So, I mean, he could have kicked eight, and one he kicked out on the full. So he
Yeah.
was off target early. But yeah, it's nice to see him bag seven. Very inexperienced backman on him, so that was kind of expected to get four or five, but seven's nice.
Seven's huge. I mean, normally Charlie doesn't get that many. I know I was listening on the way home early on, and he was three at the second quarter, I think.
Yeah, well, he kicked none in the first. Actually, sorry, he might have kicked one in the first and then two in the second.
Yeah, well, good luck to him.
So he's
Um,
had a big second half. But I tell you what, while we're on the footy, there's a nice backman come through, a mature age recruit, William Edwards. He looks like a roided up Isaac Heaney. He is massive. He makes Tom McCartan look small.
he sounds like a royal, William Edwards.
William Edwards, yes. Well, he's got these flowing blonde locks there and nice, big broad shoulders, huge chest, big thick tree trunk legs. But he's fast, he's agile, and he's got skills. He's bided his time in the VFL, and recruited him as a mature age recruit, and
Can't wait
he's
for him
fitted
to watch it.
right into that back line.
Well, it's a positive thing. And I mean, what about the Carlton fiasco? Have you got any comments on that with the way?
No, I think Vossi said it best. They'll handle it behind closed doors. The world is welcome to comment on it, but look after his welfare and look after the kid's health. He's obviously not right, so they'll handle that behind closed doors, and I hope they do it. I hope they're doing well.
Yeah, look, I tend to agree. I think because he went off the rails about this time last year as well, and
Yeah,
without knowing, my interpretation is it. I think the kid's got what's known as imposter syndrome, uh,
right.
and because he has been going so well,
Mm,
he just doesn't believe it, can't believe it, and that whole fear of failure and I can't believe I'm here and all that, the anxiety kicks in, and then
yeah.
he ends up sabotaging himself. Now I'm pretty confident when I say this that it's not drugs,
Oh
100%.
no, I don't. Well, it's been speculated, but I don't
Yeah,
think anyone who's watched the
no.
game believes that.
Well, I can tell you that I'm 100% sure that it's not because
Yep.
of some inside information.
Right, there you go.
But what I can tell you is, I reckon we'll probably struggle to see him this year again
Yeah,
because
which is a
of these
shame because
injuries.
him and his brother, they've been both going well. They're two of the big positives that have come out of Carlton this year.
Mate, this kid
And
can
it's
play. That's the
yes,
worst thing. This kid can play, but
I don't
again,
think you find anyone that argued that.
yeah, but it happens. You've got a new job. I'm sure in your current workplace, if you were to do a scan, you'd probably, I don't know how many people are there, but there's going to be someone that's got issues. Uh,
Yes, of
you
course.
know what I mean? In mine, same sort of thing. I think that if we've got 20 AFL teams, not yet, but we will, I could guarantee, and I reckon you would agree, that each club would at least have someone or or a few that are dealing with demons.
Yep, for sure.
So,
Some demons are bigger than others. Some people handle them better than others. But
so
yes, most of us do have them. Yes.
yeah, so good luck to him. You're 100% right. And the worst thing is, it's bloody happened to my club again.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Do you know what
It's
I mean? Like we can't
yeah.
win, even though we're almost there. We play half a game, we're getting better. We're playing three quarters, we're getting better, and then this happens. But it is what it is.
That it is.
Best bet, Marto. Where are you going? Because I like
Moving
the
on.
best bet.
Oh, okay. That's positive because we've lined up in the past and gone bang.
I like it.
Randwick, race six, the Anzac Day Cup. Polymnia, I think is how you pronounce it. Polymnia.
Yeah.
Um, I thought it was a pretty good run in the Epona last start. Just couldn't run down Machine Gun Gracie. Will be better for that run. It's a horse that does get better through the progression, the prep, sorry. Dylan Gibbons on barrier 4. It's a little bit of a query because it does get back when they get bottled up. But Randwick's a big track. Dylan Gibbons does tend to find space and give him every chance in the run home. And I think that's where this race is going to be run. Um, Back a touch to 1800. That's not a negative. I think that's a positive
From
and a dry
19 to
track as
18,
well.
and is it going 19 to 1800? Is that what it is?
Yeah, 19 back to 18.
Yeah.
So it's a drop in trip, but I really call it around the same sort of trip. Yeah, I think if he can be close enough on the bend, it's all over after that.
Yeah, look, I think this horse has been going really well, probably in stronger grade, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Dylan Gibbons booking, but then again, I don't know who's around, who's left in Sydney, to be honest. So
Well, no, I mean that you mentioned a drop in grade. I mean, this is coming back from Group 3 back to
yeah,
a benchmark 94. That's a pretty big drop.
yeah, I would agree. Sorry, I've put the jacket on because I'm tired. I've got the
No,
gym.
that's all right. I'm just boring you.
No, it's not that at all. I do
Where's
like.
your best today?
I
Where's your
am.
best on Saturday, mate?
Look, I was all over the place initially through the day because I did like a few, but I didn't want to go too short. So I ended up sticking with King Zephyr, and I
Oh
think
yeah.
I've tipped it earlier this prep. It's had the one run in. Look, race 5, Flemington, number 4, $3.80. Second up, look, you could pretty much put a line through its first start. If you go back and watch the video, you'll see that it was on the pace, and then it just
Oh
he
mate,
basically stopped riding it, but it went lame.
it couldn't. No, it couldn't get out, mate. It was stuck in the bog. That on the rail was just boggy.
It
So
was,
the fact that he was beaten a long way out because of the slop on the rail, but he stayed on. So I think the run was better than what we saw.
yeah.
There's
Look,
merit to it, you mean?
there is, but for me, you put a line through it, full stop. Now,
Sure.
second up, that said, this fella has won 2 from 2. It's also
Hmm.
one at the distance. It's also one at the track. So the step up in distance, 1400 second up, where it's done it before. This horse did have a bit of a spruik on it as well.
They
Um,
want Graham
so
Begg wants to go up to the Stradbroke, mate. And if he's
yeah,
going to be a contender there, he needs to be winning this.
well,
I like your best here. I think
it's
a
not.
Barry 11 is a good draw for him.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem either because he's going to find clear area when he needs it. But 11 starts, 6 wins, and 3 placings.
Yep.
He's no bush pig, that's for sure.
No,
And
no,
he's
no.
got a Buffalo, so put a line through his first run, proven second up. I reckon $3.80 is a good price, and I wouldn't be surprised if the money came for him. And if the money does come for him, I think he gets over the line.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think he's top seed in this field. And like I said, Begg wants to take him up for the Stradbroke and thinks he's a contender. If that's to be, he does need to be winning this race, which is
Yeah.
not overly high on pressure. I think he'll get to, especially with Bo Merton's on, he'll put him where he needs to be, and I think it'll be a relatively easy win at the post. To be a
I
soft win.
hope, I do hope you are right. Now,
Every day.
if we line up the three of
Oh,
us,
there we go.
we'll keep
Yep,
it simple. Let's just make them all $4 because 390, 420, 380. Just
close
round.
enough.
So 4 by 4 is 16. 16 by 4 is 64. Tone will have, he's lazy. If it's 100, he gets back 6,400. So Tone,
Sweet.
we look forward to getting 2 out of 3 again.
You could buy a digger a beer.
Well, you could. It is Anzac Day as well on Saturday,
It
isn't
certainly is. Yes, I just wanted to bring that up, a little segue.
it?
Guys, on race day, do be mindful of the Anzacs out there marching. They're paying respects for their fallen friends and family members out there. So forget the AFL saying that you've got to hurry up and get out the way so we can get the footy on because this is all about the Anzacs on this day. The footy comes second as far as I'm concerned. We have the freedoms we do in this country because they fought for us, for those freedoms.
Mate, you guys in Queensland get a public holiday on a
No,
Monday?
no one does
No,
because it's Saturday.
No, I think there's a couple of states.
Oh, sorry.
New South Wales
ACT, of
does.
course, Canberra does. And no, I'm not sure. I think it was WA might, but I know the ACT does. They've
We
given
don't.
themselves a
I know
couple.
that, but there's a few states in the country that are
I thought there
getting
was
one as
only
well.
two.
So it's probably WA and New South Wales.
No, it's ACT. ACT is definitely one. And I thought WA was the other, but it could be New South Wales. I'm not
Well,
sure.
I'm sure someone will be able to fill us in.
But Canberra looked after themselves, and they're only a little territory dot on the map.
Yeah, well, very interesting little.
Porn,
Yeah,
fireworks, and public holiday for Anzac Day. Eh? How good's Canberra?
where are we going? You got a Glory Days tip that I
Two.
even had a look at it, and based on its last start, I don't mind it as a Glory Days, Mo.
Well,
Take it
it
away.
is a step up, and it is her biggest test to date. But of course, I've got shares in this, so I'm probably a little biased. I'm going up to Eagle Farm, talking about going all over the country.
Yeah,
Race 8, the Princess Stakes. Now, Lee Freeman had a option of going up here or going up to the Gold Coast, and he's chosen this one because he thinks she's good enough to contend. Barrier 10 is not too bad for her. There's not a lot of inside speed. So she's going to be drawn on speed. She's going to land on speed. Where we saw last start, she won by 3 lengths by doing that, sitting up on the pace. Um, if we do get a little bit of rain there, which is forecast for Brisbane, that's advantageous to us, or 5 or 6. We don't want any heavier. 1600, like I mentioned before, the Freedmans think that she is an Oaks horse, Queensland
who's riding
Oaks.
it? Who's riding?
We have Chad Schofield has come up from Sydney and
Yeah,
he's going to
right.
jump on.
He can ride.
So the apprentices are off and we've thrown a senior jockey on.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I can't knock his form. He'll give her every chance, put her in the race. Like I said, it's her biggest test, and that's why I've tipped her out. It's a glory days. Can win if she's close enough.
Well, she's about what, $13, I think, at the moment. Is that right?
Yeah, she's sort of floating between 12 and 14 at the moment where we're recording. She's at 13. So
Nice one. Yeah, I think
it
you
is
should.
a big test because you've got a couple coming up from Sydney as well, getting ready for that Brisbane Winter Carnival. So and one of those is Spicy Lou, which I think is the one to beat in this race.
Has Spicy Lou come up though? Has it really shown anything yet?
Not yet, but it's another one I think might be a winter horse, and this isn't an overly strong field, which is why diversity is in it.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think Spicy Lou is top seed in this race.
yeah, nice one. Well, I'm going for a bit of a speculative one as well. I've gone to Morfordville and I've gone in the Oaks, the Australian Oaks,
Oh,
and I've gone with our good mate Willow on race 7, number 12, Paltrow Miss. Now, look, last start, it wasn't that bad. This is a Kiwi that's come over here,
yep.
and it's now stepping up quickly in distance. It looks the type that is going to enjoy the distance. So it did work to the line well when it was placed. And I just
Mm,
think that extra distance is probably going to suit. It can take a sit just behind the pace. At $14 with Willow taking a ride. Um, Look, they didn't buy it from New Zealand to come over here to, I don't know, to win the old style welterweight races. Do you know what I mean? So,
yep.
you know, why not? Open race, distance, young horse, lightly raced. Let's see if the
They're
potential's
all
there or
lightly
not.
raced. It's a 3-year-old race, so they're all fairly lightly raced.
Oh, no, they are,
But
but I mean, this thing is literally, I think it's its fourth start.
yeah, yep, yep.
So,
Yeah,
and
compared to others, like the favourites had 9 starts. Get a good feeling. It's probably the one to beat, but
oh, look,
well,
it's
under $3, I
$3. That's
don't
right.
know. I don't know that I'd be taking under $3 for get a good feeling though in this field. Like I said, it is open. The odds suggest that she's a standout, but I don't know. She sort of jumps around in distance that get a good feeling from 1200 to 2000. And has she gone beyond that? Yeah, 2500, she's run midfield. So well, that's a horse that's all over the place and I'm not
It's
sure where she's running. So,
it's not a bad quality Australian Oaks.
mm,
Because I had a good look and I was like, do I tip this one out? Because I also had diversity in mind, but there's like I look at JMac on this um, Panova, I think it's called.
Yep. Panova.
Yeah, and then I think you could pretty much put a line through its last few starts, and I reckon it finds a suitable race here, but it's drawn 14. But I like JMac. I've been on mating call in the past
Yep.
as well.
Yeah. Salty Pearl as well. We followed that in.
Spicy Lou can actually run here as well, so it's a dual
I
nominator.
don't think she will. I don't think she will, given the odds are $31 here and 460 in the other.
Yeah.
Um, but she is better weighted in the Oaks.
It's one of those ones. I mean, I don't know. For me, Salty Pearl's been going good, but it's been
Yep.
going from Melbourne to Sydney. Now they're bringing it back to Adelaide. Um, Strictly business. I don't know. It was running some good races and at Sandown, I think last prep. I couldn't
Hasn't
have
come up
it.
this prep though.
No,
No.
no, I couldn't have it. But yeah, again, being in the city of churches and it's good race, good luck, but it's a
Yeah.
and we're throwing it out there and speculation. I mean, let's
I
love
think I'd,
over
yeah, well,
from New Zealand, and then it went on to
exactly
the
right.
Melbourne Cup.
Exactly right. And that's why we picked them as glory days because it might be a rough chance, but they are a chance.
100%.
Um, yeah, Savitri is another one. I was just looking through that. I'd probably like it better if it was drawn in, given that there is a bit of pressure, forward pressure in this, and Savitri's drawn out.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, let's see how we go.
Have you
I'm gonna have you've just touched on that name J-Mac. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you a stat because I'm a statsman.
Yeah.
Now, James McDonald has ridden over 1,400 winners around the country. You know how many he's won in South Australia? A big fat zero. He's
Oh,
never
really?
ever won a race in South Australia.
Oh, that's interesting.
It is. I found that very interesting. I only just discovered that today, to be honest.
Well, you could have a field day, or he's going to ride another big fat zero there again.
He's he's been out of form for a couple of weeks, so
Well, we were talking about it with a mate of mine who's given me a little bit of mail himself, and I'll point you in that direction. It's in the
sure.
VRC St Leger, so back to Flemington. Um,
Yep.
but I was saying to him, as much as I really rate JMac, I reckon 90% of the time he rides well, like really well, whether they win or not.
Mhm.
But that other 10%, he butchers. Whereas
Well,
if you
we've
consider other
just
jockeys, I reckon they might ride, 50% really well, 30% iffy, and maybe 20% butchers. I reckon
we've
James
had this,
does it
yeah.
really good or no good.
Well, I wouldn't give him 90% to be honest, because we've had this discussion a number of times at work and in mates where you have with amongst mates where you're having a drink. He'll have 8 rides on a Saturday
Yep.
and he'll ride 2 or 3 to win,
Yep.
but nobody talks about the other 4 or 5 that he's ridden where he's butchered 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, that's what I reckon as well.
So I think his good rides are about 50, 60%. Some of them he gets lucky, and probably 25 to 30% he butchers. And nobody talks about it
Yeah.
because he's got 130 plus Group 1 wins.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's the cattle that he's got underneath him that does it. Sometimes it's just a steer, but yeah, it was just interesting.
Yep.
About now, the chap that I had this conversation with
Mm.
basically said, go to the VRC St Leger,
Yep. So we're race 6
race
at
six,
Flemington.
and look down the bottom and maybe have a sneaky little bet on number 13 called
Oh,
Erupt.
oh, okay. Third
Now,
start.
yep. And I'm like, what? That's what I said to him. I said, what? And he goes, well, if you look
Hang
at its
on.
form, it won a maiden by, I think, 6 over 2,200. Is that right? I'm just trying to go off memory.
No. Erupt. No, it's only had 2 runs. It ran second over 2,500 at Pakenham.
And before
Was its
that,
second run.
it's won a
That was
maiden.
a fifth. No, it hasn't won a maiden yet. It's still a maiden.
Oh, hang
You sure
on.
you got the right one?
No, no, I'm positive it's the horse, but hang on. Let me go here.
I mean,
Oh, I'm looking at the other one, the one I tipped him, which is the one called I Belong. That's number
oh, right down the bottom, 17.
17. That's the one I tipped him. But he said that I think Erupt is a Russian Camelot. No, it's not. Mine is. So
No,
basically,
it's a Kerma deck, which is really
yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, he's tipped me into it. It's
Yeah,
rated
well,
66. I don't know. Nicky
uh,
Bird, Luke Cartwright. It's coming from 40s into 20s, 27, I
yeah,
think, at the moment.
you're right. I couldn't knock it. I mean, jump from 1600 to 2500. So obviously the 2800 is not going to be a problem.
Yeah, well, he's
Barrier
tipped
one,
me.
where does Luke Cartwright settle it?
But I looked at the same race earlier, and when I was doing mine, looking for a donkey, because it's you look for the winner, and then you always look for
Yep,
the donkey, and you look for value. Yeah, but the
yep,
17, I belong. It's the Russian Camelot.
yes.
It won at Seymour over 2200 by 6 lengths. Then it dropped back to 1800 in a benchmark 66. But I reckon Russian Camelots are stayers.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Um, and then the favourite. But yeah, anyway, just if you're looking for an absolute roughie and you want to believe what my mate says, he's the guy that tipped us that Ulf Bert or whatever last weekend. And
Right.
we said it was running at sale on a Sunday, I think, and unfortunately it started bloody opened up about $4, came in at $2.50. I don't know if he's had a thousands on it or what, but it ran second. It was very disappointing from a punting
Yes,
perspective.
unluckily. Unluckily.
From a punting perspective,
Yep.
mate.
Okay, we got 6.5 minutes. Have we looked? Are we looking at anything in Morphettville?
Yeah, let's do it.
The main one, the
Which
feature
one?
race, Robert Sangster.
Yeah, if you want the Sangster, we can go with it. Used to be
Oh yeah.
the Goodwood, didn't it? Once upon a time.
Is that the same race? I'm not sure.
I'm
But I
but
did look at it because it is the feature race of the day at Morphettville, and I went, no, thank you. I'm just gonna forget it.
you're
Point
not gonna,
Barrow opened up as favourite. No, I can't rate it to run even in the top five.
what about generosity?
Generosity is probably the best horse in the field, but again, that JMac record. I
Yeah,
mean, how can you dismiss it? Maybe you load up on the place at $2.40, $2.50. Skybird, maybe. Charmstone's won there before. Didn't win last year as a defending champion.
yeah,
Price Kent, they love the outside draws at Morphettville, so it might set up again for Charmstone. But I mean, you're looking at $5 a field in a Robert Sangster.
yeah.
This
It's
is mares and fields. My Gladiola, I can't have.
I can't have my Gladiola as well.
There's just no form.
Look, generosity. It's 2 runs in Sydney this time and have been very good. It's only been beaten,
Yep,
I think, less than a length over the two
correct.
starts. So
Well,
if
he won the first start,
it won
beat
by a
Mahuna,
point, yeah,
beat Mahuna, then ran into trouble, and Mahuna reversed the tables on it.
but
But
but it's been less than a length both times.
yeah, he
Um,
won the first one.
yeah, sorry, yes, it did. But what I mean by it won by less than a length, been beat, then it been beat
Yes,
by less
it
than a
was
length.
close up. Yes, I
Um,
gotcha.
but with JMac riding it, that's the thing. Is he going to get this one right or wrong? And with this race, and this is what I said to my mate, basically, I won't name him. Um, you you've got to watch the pattern of racing in Adelaide. Adelaide, to me,
Yeah.
can have a track bias. And I guess
Mhm.
the beauty of it is being the last race of the day, you would like
You
to
get,
think the bias is already sorted.
yeah, you're going to know where those lanes are too.
That's what,
They're just
well,
chopped up inside.
absolutely.
It's yeah.
Have
No, I
you
don't
had a look?
know.
Have you had a look
I,
at
I do
the
like I
Hawks?
do like generosity, but I wouldn't mind Charmstone getting up. I mean, that's pretty good Group One form to run fourth first up in a Group One.
Look, Pricey loves taking them across, but I think Pricey now he takes them everywhere, doesn't he? You got
Yeah, well,
schools in Sydney now, he's
I'm
Melbourne.
sure Charmstone won this last year, or was it Reserve Bank? But anyway, it was with Price Kent Junior horse. Mhm.
Well, generosity, and I reckon Bernadetta's going to improve.
We
Kieran Martin.
keep waiting for her to pop up, don't we? She's
Yeah,
just gonna do, gonna do, gonna do, and then doesn't.
it's
But
ten
yeah, I
bucks.
think she's better around the bend.
Yeah, $10 though. Um,
Yep.
you
Sorry,
have
the other one.
go on.
No, I'm waiting for you to
Oh,
announce the
I
next
was going
race
to
you want to
say,
look
have
at.
a look at the Hawks Stakes, which is
Race
race five,
number,
another Group Three, race
five.
five. Tell me what you
Gotcha.
think.
Straight away, I'm saying nine ants. I want to see New York Luster win again, but I want to see it run before I back it.
That's the one I have highlighted, New York Luster, and I think you're right with Nance, but Nance will probably start favourite. New York
Yeah.
Luster, first up, $8 each way, one by three. I don't know, what do you
I'll tell
reckon?
you what, I'm just looking down the page, number 11, lose some, win some more. Barrier 19, drawn the car pack, but it does get back and storms home late. Like you said, watch that track bias. I
Yeah.
mean, we're in the middle of the day here. If they are running on, then lose some, win some more is not without a chance here at $11.
Well, lose some, win some more is the opposite to the way that we go win some, lose plenty. So why
Yes.
not? Uh, so absolutely why not? Have you looked?
Yeah, I wouldn't back by annoyance to win. I'd be on New York Luster or lose some, win some more each way.
Yeah, I've got New York Luster here. Have you had a look at the Chairman's, which is race three? Because Engine of War was a horse that you've liked in the past.
Yeah. Yes, I wouldn't back Engine of War to win this because I know from inside information it's just a go around. They are running in the Oaks next week.
Okay.
So they're not going to bust a gut. They just want Mark Zara to give him a good run,
Yep.
see him running on, finishing off well over the 2000, and then go the Oaks over the 2500 next week. That's their target.
Yeah, well, again, McWoody has come back flying.
It's the
Um,
one to beat,
$2.50.
definitely.
That's pretty short.
Well, 230 now, but yeah, but I think it's the one to beat. Yeah, Engine of War, wait till next week. Wait for the Oaks.
Nice one. Now, one of our because we are in the last minute, I know I tipped this as a Kickstarter a while ago up at Eagle Farm, and then it was scratched, and I think it went to the Gold Coast. And
Mm.
then I can't remember the chap's name on a page. He said he's got shares in it. So hopefully, if he's watching the show or if we throw it up there, Vinsley is racing at the Sunshine Coast, second up. So
Oh, yes.
if you're watching the show, please forgive me for not remembering your name offhand anyway. Good luck to your horse. I did tip it, put the curse on it. Hopefully, second up, it goes
Yeah.
all right for you. So
Got a minute to go. I just want to make a quick mention. Last of the day
do
at
it.
Eagle Farm, Entino. I think he's just here for a kill. He has
$7.
run terribly, and I think Tony Gollan has just slotted him in here just to go for the kill, get his confidence up. 650 now he's come into. I think that's worth a little bet.
What weight's he carrying? 75 though, or not?
No, he's got 61 and Ben Thompson on, so he's put a senior jockey, not an apprentice, which means he actually rates him in this field. It's a handicap. It's way, way back in grade from what he's been used to.
Oh,
Um,
man. Didn't you run
there's
across plate?
it did, yes, last year.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Last year.
Enough said. No, absolutely. All right, Marto. We are into our last minute.
Alrighty.
I don't know whether we missed Tone, did we?
No, not at all. Was he here? Was he not here?
No, not here. Tone, I hope your detention went well. And I hope you didn't drink too much in